Hey everyone, it's Tracy Martirana here from Holistic Wellness with Tracy. Welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time you're joining me, welcome. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button below so that you never miss a future video. Today, I'm thinking summer. Summer is just around the corner, and that has me thinking about summer meals. I like one dish meals, something that I can put together maybe at the beginning of the week and eat for a couple dinners during the week. I like a cold salad, something that's filling, has a lot of veggies, but doesn't require anyone to spend a lot of time over a fire. So it's a nice meal for a hot weather day. And what I found while I was searching the internet was a recipe for a cold Greek tortellini salad. So essentially, we take the idea of a pasta salad using tortellinis instead of just regular pasta. So you get the cheese and the tortellini. It makes it a little more filling, a little more substantial, ups the protein level a little bit. And then we add in all of the regular veggies that you would find in a Greek salad. So we have tomatoes and bell pepper and cucumbers. And then we have Kalamata olives. We have some feta cheese, some onion. Sounds delicious, right? Finish that all off with a Greek dressing. It sounds like the perfect dinner. It could be a perfect lunch. Definitely perfect for any sort of summer potluck parties you're going to. So stick around, watch me make it, and I hope you will consider making it yourself. We are going to start by cooking the tortellini. So I have some water boiling. I'm just going to sprinkle in some salt, stir that around a little bit. And then add in the pasta. And then while the pasta cooks, I'm just going to cut up some veggies. So I'm going to start with the zucchini, just giving it a light peel. I'm cutting it a little thick so I can do chunks. So I'm just cutting them probably about 1/2 inch and then cutting those in half. I'm just going to set that aside and move on to my bell pepper. Now, typically Greek salads use green bell pepper, but if you have other colors or you just prefer the taste of other colors, it doesn't have to be green. And one thing I love about this recipe is not only is it easy, but it's also quick. You can throw this together pretty fast. It makes a decent amount. So depending on how many you're feeding, whether you're using this as a main dish, as a lunch, as just a side dish, you can double it if you're feeding a lot of people. You can add other things if you want. Now I have these Kalamata olives. They are whole. I'm going to have them just because I'd like to have more pieces, like to get some in every bite, or maybe not every bite, but lots of bites instead of just one big olive every now and then. You can also buy them already sliced in half, but usually you'll pay more for those. And then lastly, I have these grape tomatoes that I'm going to cut in half again, just to make eating them a little bit easier. If you just had a regular slicing tomato, you could just chunk that up as well. Again, you use what you have. Don't go out and buy something special if you have something pretty close at home. Some of these littler ones, I'm just going to leave whole. So the tortellini is done cooking. I'm just trying to rinse it with some cold water to cool it off. Again, this is going to be a cold salad, so we need to start cooling this down. So while the tortellini cools, I'm going to mix up some dressing. I'm going to start with my garlic clove. Just cut off the ends. Get a little squish. It's a pretty big clove, so this is going to be pretty garlicky, and I'm okay with that. Clean up my mess. To this, I'm going to add a nice little dollop of Dijon mustard, between like, I don't know, a quarter of a teaspoon to a teaspoon. Depends on what you like. I'm going to add in a good pinch of salt. It's probably about a quarter of a teaspoon. Going to go with, let's say, about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of oregano, a little pepper, red wine vinegar. I'm going to say it's probably about a quarter of a cup, maybe a third of a cup. I'm also going to add just a little bit of lemon juice just for brightness. I'm just taking a wedge, so I'm not using a lot, just a wedge, squeezing that in. Oh, this is a pretty juicy lemon. And then olive oil. So almost, let's say, well, almost equal amounts to what I put in of vinegar. That's a good place to start anyways, and whisk it together and see how it looks. Delicious. You could also just mix this up in a mason jar and shake it if that works for you. Now I am going to taste it. I'm going to taste it just to see if I feel like it needs more vinegar or more oil. If it's too vinegary, add more oil. If it seems kind of bland, maybe add a little more vinegar. Yep, I'm going to go for more vinegar. So originally I said about equal parts. I would go maybe almost double your vinegar to the amount of oil that you put in. So there, we have the dressing, we have our veggies, we have our tortellinis cooling down in the sink, and now we're ready to put it all together. So I have my tortellinis, and I'm just going to start adding some veg. So here's my bell pepper, my onion, and again, if you're not a big fan of onion, either skip it or use less. Personalize the salad. Always personalize everything you make. I'm going to hold off on those for just a minute. Let's flip this around. And then let's add some dressing. Now, I don't know if I'm going to need all of this. Maybe I'll even need more, who knows? We'll start with most of it. And now, while a Greek salad dressing is really easy to throw together, you know what? If you want to just buy one, you can do that too. It's all right. There are no rules. I'm going to use the rest of it. I think that will be the perfect amount. Scrape out some of this herbal goodness that's down here in the bowl. Now maybe right before serving, I might even sprinkle just a little more oregano over it. Or a little salt. Let's taste it. That does taste really good. And then we're going to add the salty bite of the olives. And now you want to let this sit for probably a good 2 hours at least, maybe more. I would probably consider even making this in the morning if I was going to eat it for lunch or for dinner. Again, even letting it sit overnight is probably delicious. But look at how beautiful that is. The colors are wonderful. It just looks so delicious and appetizing. And then the feta cheese, you could add it now, but I think I would wait and add it right before serving as well. You can eat this plain, just fill up a bowl for lunch or for dinner. You could even fix maybe a plate of salad greens and scoop this over top to make it a little bit more like a traditional Greek salad, although sans the tortellinis. But delicious summer salad. I hope you really enjoyed watching me make this delicious cold Greek tortellini salad, and I hope you will consider making this yourself for either your own personal dinners, a quick summer lunch, or for a 4th of July potluck party. If you like this video, don't forget to click the like button. Doing so lets YouTube know that people are interested in content like mine. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, my name is Tracy Martirana, and I make videos on healthy recipes, yoga, herbal remedies, herbs themselves, meditation, everything you can think of that helps you lead a healthy, happy, and balanced life. Thanks so much for joining. Have a great day.